In the shattered drowned hollows of the Appalachian Mountains, a creature lurks. And it's a hulking, hairy beast that walks on two legs. And in Virginia, it has a name, the Woodbooger. And to most of the world, it's a monster, a boogeyman from a campfire tale. But is that the whole story? What if the legend says less about a monster and more about our own changing relationship with the wild? Well, this is the story of how a local legend became a monster, and how a small Virginia town is now celebrating its true spirit. Long before Virginia was drawn on a map, these forests were the ancestral homelands of people like the Monacan. And for them, the world was alive with spiritual meaning and a profound respect for the land. Their oral traditions include the belief that their ancestors are still part of them through the land itself. While there is no specific documented Monacan legend of a Bigfoot-like creature, their worldview didn't separate the natural from the supernatural, and the forests were home to beings and spirits that demanded respect. And this deeply ingrained reverence for the wild forms the historical backdrop upon which a very different story would eventually be built. When European settlers pushed into the Appalachian Foothills, they brought their own folklore with them, including the Boogeyman. The booger is a regional variant of the British bogey, a shapeless goblin used to frighten children. And in the mountains, booger became a catch-all for any strange, unseen, or frightening thing. So how did it become the Woodbooger? Well, according to local folklore, the name became popular in the late 19th century. And parents would warn their kids not to wander off, saying the Woodbooger will get you. And with that, the narrative shifted. The ancient spiritual reverence for a presence in the forest was being replaced by fear of a monster. For decades, the Woodbooger was just a piece of regional folklore. That all changed in the 21st century. An amateur video caught the attention of the show Finding Bigfoot, and in 2011 the team arrived in Norton, Virginia to investigate. And they held a town hall meeting and the floodgates opened. The room filled with people eager to share their personal encounters. And they described the consistent creature, huge, hairy, and bipedal, with an overpowering stench. The episode put Norton's Woodbooger on the national map. In Norton, a community looking for life beyond its reliance on the declining coal industry, it saw an opportunity. In 2014, the city council officially designated Flag Rock Recreation Area a Woodbooger sanctuary. And a year later, a large statue of the Woodbooger was erected, cementing its status as a local icon, a source of civic pride, and a draw for tourism. The story of the Woodbooger shows how a legend can evolve. What legends are told where you live? Share the tales from your part of the world in comments below. We'd all love to hear them. So what is the Woodbooger? Is it a flesh and blood primate, a folk memory, or a spirit of the woods? Maybe the true story isn't about proving what it is, but understanding what it represents. The legend's journey mirrors our own changing relationship with the wild. At first there was a deep spiritual understanding of the land. And then as the wilderness was settled, that respect often curdled into fear, and the unknown became monsters. But now the story is changing again. In Norton, the Woodbooger is no longer just a monster to be feared. And by making it a sanctioned protector of the land, the community has perhaps unintentionally created a new chapter for the legend. The creature is once again a guardian. Maybe the point of the Woodbooger isn't for us to find a monster in the woods. Maybe it's to find part of ourselves that still looks into the forest with wonder and respect for the great mysterious stories the land still has to tell. That's something to think about. You guys have a good night. Thanks for listening.
Ha 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 ha!